1,440.
1,440 what?
Hours. See, science is in no hurry, Mr. Scott. I'm working on a principle, which, if I'm correct, it will be true for all time. And whether I reach it a day or so later or earlier is not important.
But it might be important for the 50 or so people who take off in these reindeers every day.
Reindeer when it flew into the hill at Labrador a couple of months ago. All in little pieces. Nothing to go on. Pilot dead, so pilot's error.
You don't think it was pilot's error?
With Harry Ward, Scotty, you can't be serious.
Pilot's error. He didn't reckon on that hill.
Do you know how many hours it had flown with tests?
Total number of flying hours before estimated time of crash, 1,407.
1,407.
Interested. These new reindeers are beautifully equipped, radar and everything.
Is this a reindeer we're in?
That's right. A nice new shiny one.
Well, I think I'd like to see it very much. Well, could you tell me exactly how many hours this airplane has flown?
Certainly. It's right here. 1,422 up to takeoff. Anything else, sir?
It happened very suddenly. One moment the tailplane spar will be perfectly normal, and the next moment the whole character of the metal will change. And the tail will break off, Captain. Well, quite sudden is to turn back immediately. You can cut your inboard engines to break up the vibration frequency. Land at the first available airport. And if you don't do it, Captain, this airplane's going to crash into the sea.
Looks all right to me. I don't know what he was in such a hurry about.
It'll be just like the one in Labrador. The stewardess, all these people.
Not for the last time,
Captain,
amateur.
Leave it alone, you fool! Cut the plow! We have been flying unsafe aircraft, and I refuse to deal such a death blow to British transatlantic aviation on what is now the unsupported opinion of Mr. Theodore Honey.
I can't wait for this. It's from Nixon in Labrador. He says they found the tail spar, and it's a fatigue fracture if ever he saw one.
Sir John, I've had the most incredible piece of information.
You haven't heard mine.
They've just made the first test flight on our plane at Gander after it was repaired. It made a perfect landing on the airport, and the tail collapsed while it was taxiing to the hangar. I could hardly believe it.
You know, I can't see where I could have gone wrong in this. I've worked it out through 3 different channels.
Didn't you hear me?
Temperature, that's it. That's a variable factor, isn't it? That plane in Gander had been flying in the tropics. This test is in a heated shed. It would have collapsed on schedule if I'd lowered the temperature 40 degrees.